Hello everyone, this is Ajita, developer advocate engineer at Zoom. While you're using your SDKs, you might have come across something called SharedArrayBuffer, which is used to power up a lot of advanced SDK features. Some of them are sending 720p video, virtual background, rendering multiple videos, background noise suppression, etc. What is SharedArrayBuffer? As the name implies, shared array buffer represents a data buffer which is used to create views in a shared memory. There are four ways to implement shared array buffer in your web page. They are cross-origin isolation, credentialless headers, service workers, and using Chrome origin trials. Out of these four, cross-origin isolation, credential headers, and service workers are a permanent solution, while Chrome's origin trials is a temporary solution. It works for Chromium-based browsers like Chrome and Edge. So in this video, we will quickly see how to implement all of these four methods and enable shared array buffer in your SDK. For demonstration purposes, I am using Meeting SDK. To begin with, let us see how to implement shared array buffer using the cross-origin isolation method and the credentialless header method. So in order to demonstrate these, I have hosted my Meeting SDK website in the Netlify free hosting platform. And this is connected with my GitHub repo link here. So right now, the shared array buffer is not implemented here. So in order to verify that, I take the command from the developer docs link and I try it in my Meeting SDK hosting, and it says false, which means shared array buffer is not currently implemented. Netlify allows to add the custom headers using TOML file. So based on your hosting platform, you can see how to implement the custom headers. So since I'm taking Netlify as an instance, I'm using the TOML file. So I'm taking the source code, I'm adding a TOML file here with the required headers. So as you see in the documentation, there are two required headers. One is cross-origin embedder policy require cop as well as cross-origin opener policy same origin. I have written all both the headers here, and now I'm going to push my changes to the GitHub repo link. So I give git status and I see netlify.toml, git add, git commit, I toml file, git push origin. So now the toml file is being pushed to my repo, and this repo changes will be picked by my Netlify. And if I refresh the page here, it says starting up. So the publishing is being started now, and it is in building stage, and within a minute it will get published to my Meeting SDK site. And once the publishing is complete, we can verify if the shared array buffer is enabled in our site. Yes, I see the publishing is completed. Now I'm going to refresh this page and paste the previous command here, and it says true. So as you see, we have implemented the custom headers using the netlify.toml file, and the shared array buffer is being enabled. This is, and even the second method involves the same way. So instead of require cop, I need to produce credential less as one of the header value. So I'm going to make that changes as well. So instead of require cop, I'm going to replace it with credential less headers, and I'm going to push my changes. Git status, git commit, git add, git commit, I update, git push origin. Okay. And you can see my Netlify has pulled the recent changes and it is starting to build the recent changes. Once the changes are published, I'll move to my app. I'm refreshing the page and I'm going to copy the same command to verify if shared array buffer is still true. It is still true. So these are the first two methods of implementing the shared array buffer. Next, we'll look into service worker and the Chrome origin trials. In order to implement the service worker, I have disabled the shared array buffer implemented in previous methods, and I have ensured that it returns false. Now I'm going to download the service worker from here. This is also a permanent solution and it can be enabled on the hosting platforms that do not allow the custom headers. So I'm going to download the service worker from this repo link given in the documentation. So this is the service worker that does the job. I'm downloading the file, and there's a README file provided in this repo link which explains the complete working of the service worker. It actually intercepts all the HTTP requests and then adds the required headers using the service worker method. We need to download the service worker and also add this particular line in the script file, in the HTML file, in this using the script tag. So we have now downloaded the service worker. I'm going to paste the service worker in my root link, and in this HTML page I'm going to add the script file. So it detects my JS file that is added, service worker file that is just added, and make sure it adds the script in the HTML page. Now I'll go and add push the changes to the GitHub. Service worker. And as always, the Netlify will immediately start pulling my changes and prepare for the deployment. Once the changes are published, I go to my web page, I refresh the web page and type the command again. And you can see the shared array buffer is enabled in the web page now. Next, we will look into Chrome origin trials method. Before that, I'll go and disable the shared array buffer in my site. I've ensured that my web page returns false for shared array buffer. So now I'm going to register for the shared array buffer in non-isolated pages. Before this, I would like to inform that Chrome origin trials must be renewed every 3 months. This is a limitation of this method and this is just a temporary solution. This is not a permanent solution like the previous ones. I'm going to register for the shared array buffer using this link. I search for shared array buffer and click on register here, and I paste my web origin link here. I click on I need a token 0 to 1000 and I check mark all the default boxes. I click on register. Now after clicking on register, I get a token value. This token value will be used in my HTML pages using the meta tag. So I'm just copying the meta tag here and I'm going to put my meta tag in all the HTML pages that I have. So index page as well as the meeting page. Okay. And it says token goes here. So I copy the token from here and I paste the token. Save index page and I paste the token here. I'm saving my changes and I'm going to push my changes. Hit push origin. And as always, Netlify will immediately pick my changes and get ready to build it. It says starting up. Once the changes are published, I go to my web page, I refresh my web page and I paste the command to check if shared array buffer is implemented. So as you see here, shared array buffer is now implemented for this origin using Chrome origin trials. Hope this video is helpful. Happy coding.